welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be teaching you all how to get volume in your hair and how to only have to wash your hair once a week. Yes, that's what I said, once a week. Yes, okay, so let's get started. Where do I start in this long process? So number one, I wash my hair on a Sunday night because Sunday nights I don't have a lot going besides preparing for the week. And so I will wash my hair really good, either in the morning, usually at night, just because that's when I have the least amount of stuff going on. So before I just get in the shower though, I will brush out my hair, and I should have brought a brush to show you this, but you get the idea. So what you'll do is you literally start at the ends and you just brush your whole head out. So that there's no knots and nothing that you have to fight through in the shower and out of the shower. And then you're gonna brush your scalp with the brush. You're gonna just kind of like, it kind of gets gross because okay, not gross, but by the end of the week, it definitely is ready to, be washed. But I will take the brush and I'll just comb my scalp like a whole bunch. Not to the point of where it hurts or makes it itch or anything like that, but just really good to clean it out. And then I'll get in the shower and I will just get shampoo. And you don't want to use too much shampoo. You want to make sure that it gets all throughout your head, but you don't want to use so much that it like cakes it down, if that makes sense. So then you're gonna take your hands and you're just gonna go through your entire head and with the shampoo, and make sure you get your scalp so good so that you can get all of those oils that have built up out. And then this is a huge tip. This changed everything for me. A lot of people, and it's okay if you do because you don't know, but a lot of people will take conditioner and they put it all throughout their whole head. You don't want to put it throughout your whole head, especially if you have oily hair already. You want to like take it from here down. So you just put a little in your hands. Again, you don't need a lot, and just take it throughout your ends. You don't want to go above your ears because you don't want to get it on your scalp because it is oily and it's meant to be oily and hydrating for your hair. So you don't want to get it on your scalp because that just starts you off on a bad note. Okay, so then after you do that, you will get out of the shower and put in your products. So I put in quite a few because I don't know. Again, I only wash my hair once a week, so I try to get it all in there during that time, especially when my hair is wet so that it can soak up all of the different products. What I put in first is this. It's the Moroccan oil. It is so good. It not only helps your hair, but it makes it so you can brush through it. I have pretty long hair, so it makes it really hard to brush it. So then I love bedhead stuff, just so you know. And I'll take this recovery bedhead stuff because I do have really dry hair. Let's see, a few years ago I bleached it and it went from like being down to almost my waist, no joke, to like up here. And I have it really tightly curled. It's pretty long, but it like took all my ends off. So now I'm trying to recover it and help it, and it's grown quite a bit after using this stuff, I promise you. So I put that in, and again, all of this product is just throughout your ends. I'll take it up a little bit high, but not past your ears. Don't put product above your ears. Don't do it. Okay, and then I take this Olaplex. I think that's how you say it. This stuff is a game changer. If you want healthy ends, get this stuff. I don't just put it in after I wash my hair. I'll put it in like maybe a few days throughout the week. You can put it in as much as you want, but I can't afford to like buy this all the time because it is expensive. But I will just do it every few days during the week, and it helps so much. So I'll put that in there, and then I'll brush my entire hair out, starting at the bottom because you don't want to damage your ends. But you'll start at the bottom, brush all the way up your head, and then you will blow dry your hair. This is so important, okay? I don't care if your hair dries really quick. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter. You have to blow dry. And I almost hit myself in the face. But you have to blow dry. I love Hot Tools. I just love Hot Tools. They've always worked great and lasted the very longest for me. So I love them. But you're gonna blow dry your hair. But what you're gonna do is you're not gonna blow dry your ends. Don't blow dry your ends. I mean, if you have I have fairly thick hair, so I have to blow dry a little bit longer. But don't do your ends because that just damages it, and you want to keep as much heat off of your hair as possible. And what I will do is I will take my brush. I'm sorry, I really should have grabbed a brush. But I will lift my hair up and go around the whole thing. Even pull your hair halfway up and start at the bottom and just lift it up. You want to blow dry it the opposite direction of your head, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'll show you. So my hair lays this way from my part, but I'll split it like this, and I'll use the brush and blow dry here. And then flip it over, and then grab a bigger chunk, flip it over, and blow dry, if that makes sense. So you're gonna do that so that it goes the opposite direction of the normal way that you do it. And then you'll just lift up the whole front, especially around your face. You're gonna lift it up straight. This is right out of you after you get out of the shower, just so you know. You wanna be blow drying it right after you get out of the shower. Towel dry it gently first, but then do this. So then you're gonna go around your whole face and lift up your hair until it's completely dry. And after you're done, it's gonna be big. Sometimes I have like an afro going on, but that's what you want. That's what you want, I promise you. So then after I do that, I will let the ends dry. And that's why I was saying I do it at nighttime, because then I'll go to bed and I'll just like kind of flip it up over my pillow and just let it dry and do its thing. But by that time it should be fairly dry. So I do that, and then the next morning before work, I will curl my hair. But not just with a regular curling iron. I will take this one. It's kind of hard to tell. You can maybe tell with my hands, but I don't know what size it is exactly. Maybe it says. Nope, it doesn't. But you just use a fairly small curling iron because you want to have really curly curls, okay? Like, you can kind of tell. I didn't curl mine as tight today because for my job, I didn't want it to be super, super curly. But if you don't really care, and if you have a job that it doesn't matter, and you can kind of just let it be, curl it as tight as you can. Leave the ends not so tight, because that will make it look a little bad. And you don't want it to look that way, plus you don't want the heat on your ends, because this is the oldest part of your hair if you think about it, okay? So it is very sensitive, and we want to treat it very nice. So I'll take this and I'll curl my whole head so that it's super curly. Again, leaving the ends straight and not curling them as much to keep heat off of it, and so that it looks a little more natural and a little better. And I will just leave it really curly, and then I'll kind of brush it out really softly. So that we do this because that means that the rest of the week you probably don't have to curl your hair. That means less touching your hair, less styling, less product in your hair, like hairspray and stuff. So you'll do that, and then it should last you a fairly long time. And obviously in the morning you can touch it up a little bit if there's straight pieces. But you're probably wondering, how do you not make it a mess at night? How do you keep your ends good? How do you make it so that it's not a big mess? There's the hair. This is the answer to that question. You're gonna take one of these, or you know those like spiraled hair ties. I don't have any, but they're supposed to be like not leave any kinks. These won't either if you do it really loose. So you're just gonna pull it up literally on the top of your head, okay? And you don't want it to be tight, and you don't want this to be suctioned to your head. You wanna make it just nice and loose, but on top of your head, so you can flip your hair over your pillow or wherever you won't sleep on it. So 1, you don't damage your ends, and 2, so that you don't make it messy. And then you'll wake up, and I promise you, if you do this really good, you will wake up with your hair looking like it did yesterday, promise. And you just gotta be careful with it. And then, like I said, some mornings I'll wake up and I'll put this in just so that I make sure that my ends aren't too dry. And then I'll get up and I will use this. So if you have blonde hair, don't use this product because it is for dark hair, but they have some for light hair as well. This dry shampoo is amazing. I can't live without it. I don't know what I would do without it, but it's dark also. So if you pull your hair up in a ponytail and you have like lines that maybe you don't want people to see, you could spray it and it makes your hair look super full, and like you don't have too many bumps and stuff in there. So it works really good. I'll show that one more time a little bit slower so you can see it. And then I will just do it all throughout my hair, spray it all throughout my hair. Don't use too much because remember, you're not washing your hair, so this will stay in there and it will eventually start to weigh it down, but just enough the first few days to make it have a little bit more flow to it and make it a little bit lighter the week. You can spray it a little bit more and a little bit thicker as you need it, obviously, but usually the first like 3 to 4 days, I can wear my hair up or down, so literally, I don't really have to style it, but something I will do when I get home is I'll take one of these and I'll pull up like half of my hair so that it's out of my face, because the oils from your face will make it really greasy and you don't want that. So I'll pull it up on my head, just kind of out of the way, because I don't really care who sees it, you know. And then throughout the rest of the week, I will end up wearing a ponytail or a bun the last like 2-3 days, and maybe even a hat the last day if it's bad enough. But really quick, if you've never hair trained your hair ever before, you're gonna want to start out slow. So if you wash your hair every single day, which, just so you know, if you do that, it is so bad for your hair. Don't do it. Try to train your hair on a weekend and when you don't have places to go, because that's so bad for your hair. And the less you wash it, the longer it will grow, the healthier it will be, and the thicker it will be. So let's say you wash your hair every single day, then you're gonna start skipping one day in between washes, okay? So you're gonna start out slow, and then you're gonna start to do 2 days in between washes, 3 days in between washes. You're just gonna keep going to where you feel comfortable. And some people like to take this really far. I know girls that will go a few weeks without it. That's too much for me. I don't care how like much volume you still have in your hair. It's probably a little gross. So wash it. I mean, you don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I personally don't like to go that long for that reason. Especially because I do have dry shampoo in my hair and it is darker. So it'll start to feel gross. It just will. So anyway, then after you do that, that's it. I mean, I don't know why I was gonna say that. That's all the steps. And like I said, throughout the week you could touch it up. If you want your hair straight, leave it straight for a little while. But then as soon as you decide you want to curl it, try to curl it the night before or whenever, and let it be really curly so that after you don't have to worry about it being curled again. You can leave. That didn't make sense. That whole part. Whatever. I'll probably edit it out. Maybe not. Anyway, so just do that. And again, these products will help you so much, because if you don't wash your hair and you're not putting conditioner in it, it will start to get a little bit dried out. But if you're putting stuff in it, like this one throughout the week, it will help so much. And I mean, you could even put this one throughout the week too, but just a little bit because you don't want it to get oily. Anyway, so that's how I get volume in my hair. And also something else really quick. I will kind of run my fingers through it like this every morning. I just go like this really good, and it will help as I do this. It will help it so much to get volume. So anyway, there you go. That's how I do it. That's how I put volume in my hair, and that's how I go about a week without washing my hair. And I promise, it probably sounds really gross and really weird, but I promise over time, as you slowly train your hair, it isn't that gross. I mean, yes, like I said, the last day you're like, oh, I really need a wash, but luckily that's usually Saturday night. And for me, if that doesn't work for you, then that's totally fine. But for me, Saturdays, me and my husband don't do anything. We kind of just do chores around the house and hang out and maybe go on date night, but that's very rarely. So put a hat on, just make it work. I promise it is so much of a time saver. Like, it literally saves me hours, because when I do blow dry my hair, it takes me about an hour just to do the top, and I'm not kidding. So follow these tips, and I promise it will start to work out for you so good, and I promise you can thank me later, okay? Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to continue to make more videos of stuff like this because apparently you guys all really like it. Also, if there's any step that you have more questions about or more you want me to go into detail about, please let me know in the comments, and I can even do a video showing you each step throughout the whole process. So let me know, and thank you so much, and please go like and comment on this video, and please subscribe to me. I would really appreciate it, and turn on the bell if you want to get notifications, because I'm going to continue to post. So thank you so much. I love you all. Have a great night.